Big Daddy Cool, Big Sexy, Kevin Nash, the great Kevin Nash, Hall of Famer, made some comments about LA Knight, WWE superstar, that he comes off as a retread of both The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Now, this is something that I have perceived of LA Knight for many, many years, going back to his time in Impact. Why? It's his cadence. It's the way he sounds. Now, can he control how he talks? Maybe, but it's just the way the guy sounds. It's just his he sounds like The Rock, and he acts like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Let me pull up the quote and read it to you. Kevin Nash said, "Am I the only one that sees an absolute ripoff of The Rock to the point where he cuts off his promo on Logan Paul saying whatever the fuck his name is? He said, yeah, stick it. The only thing to do was turn the motherfucker sideways. What does everybody have? Amnesia? That's nothing original on his promos. Finally, LA Knight has come back as a white guy."
Oh, my. Oh. Well, I'm going to start off saying I've never seen LA Knight work. I've never seen a promo from him. I've never seen him work. I've seen pictures of him because he's the hot ticket right now.
Would you like me to pull one up?
Sure.
And then I will cut it. I will cut it out then, so we don't get flagged.
We are going to get flagged. Well, then you don't have to.
No, I want you to see. I want you to hear it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to get flagged either because this is becoming ridiculous here.
I'll cut this part.
I know that the guy has a good look to him. You know what I mean? Like the pictures I've seen, he looks like a well-rounded performer, and he's over like Rover. People are talking about him.
He's definitely over.
Okay. But isn't there a little something in each performer that might have been from a performer from, the past? Do we all not take a little bit from here and a little bit from there and kind of tweak it to make it our own? And
right, but that's what I wanted to ask you. So let me play this promo for you, and so you can hear what he sounds like, and then we'll ask that question because that's what I want to ask you.
And I look and I see a guy. He makes videos for 14-year-old girls and wants to call himself a megastar. No. Pace has my name on it with everybody saying, yeah.
Wow. All right. Wow.
Okay. So what were we talking about?
Okay. If my eyes were closed and I didn't know any better, that sounded like The Rock.
With a little bit of Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah. Like that grainy, when he says, yeah. Oh my God. But can he deliver a promo? Yes, he can. Does he have a good look? Yes, he does. Is he a good worker? I don't know. I hear he is. I have never seen him work. Okay. But I'm assuming he can work. So he does seem to be like the total package. But with my eyes closed, Kevin kind of has a point. Now, when you work for WWE, you can't do anything without the office okaying it. So somebody there is liking what he's doing. The fans are liking what he's doing. The Rock isn't in the business anymore. Stone Cold isn't in the business anymore. So is there a problem with it? I don't think there's a problem with it. He's getting over. But there are a lot of similarities. I will agree with Kevin on that. I was sitting here, I was trying not to look at the screen, and I'm thinking, yeah, The Rock. That's the first person I thought of when I heard him talk. When he tilted his head and put the microphone up, I was like, whoa, that's what The Rock used to do. There are a lot of similarities.
Well, what people have been kind of turning to is they say, oh, well, Hulk Hogan borrowed from superstar Billy Graham.
There you
Scott
go.
Steiner borrowed from superstar Billy Graham with the look and the posing and Jesse the Body, the same thing. People take from others.
Right.
This one, I think, is a little different because it's not like this is something that's new. This guy's been doing it for a long time. It's just he was doing it on a much smaller scale. He was doing it in Impact.
Right.
And let's be fair, nothing against Impact and nothing against the people in Impact. Nobody's been watching Impact for a very long time, so nobody was going to see
release.
it.
Yeah,
Right.
Impact
Right.
isn't everywhere. So
when he was Eli Drake in Impact, nobody was watching it. You know,
same gimmick, same exact gimmick.
Right, he was Eli Drake. It was different
But
names.
the same delivery, the same swag, same everything.
Same thing.
So how many years after The Rock and Stone Cold did he do the Eli Drake character?
It's been going on for, I'd have to say, 7-8 years.
Okay.
He's
Rock
been
and
around
Stone
for
Cold
about 8 years.
Okay. Rock and Stone Cold were way before him. So is he pulling from those two to get that character? I think that's what Kevin's trying to bring across. Like, is this guy taking what The Rock did, adding Stone Cold, and here's this character that he's building with the two combined, and not being original on his own? It's too much of a clone.
Right.
Is what Kevin's saying, not what I'm saying.
And of course, because you two are veterans of the business, you guys are on the same page, because here was the follow-up to the backlash. Kevin Nash said, it's not like I didn't say the guy couldn't work. I've never seen the guy in the ring. I'm just saying that the character is not original. So he's not going to apologize for what he said, because he didn't say the guy can't wrestle. He just said the character is a ripoff of Austin and The Rock.
Okay.
And just because in this day and age, people are struggling to get over, and there's not a lot of characters that are resonating on that upper scale. And, you know, there's very few guys that are becoming megastars now. What are you going to do? You're going to borrow from the ones that made the biggest marks on the business. You borrow from Austin and The Rock. So there you go. But he never said he can't work. He never said he can't wrestle, because he's never watched him in the ring. That's exactly what you just said.
Yeah, and I didn't even know what he said.
And but people misconstrue it because they don't get the verbiage. They don't understand. They take it the wrong way.
Well, here's my take. I feel like everybody's allowed an opinion. Kevin's allowed to say what he wants to say, especially on his own Twitter page. We all know by now, if you don't like it, just keep scrolling. If you're going to argue with someone, it's never going to end well. You're either going to get blocked or you're going to get chastised. Do you know what I mean? Like, that kind of thing, I can't even deal with anymore. But like, me looking at him as a fan, there are similarities. I'm not going to lie. I've always said, like, when I was breaking into the business, I loved Sherry Martel. Like, she was everything. I loved her. I wanted my character to be like Sherry, bumping, because she was a bumping machine, but I wanted to take the sultriness of Nancy Sullivan and I wanted to put them together. Now, I think I did a pretty good job creating my own brand. You know, I don't think you would look at me and say she is 100% biting off of so-and-so. You know what I mean? When you look at this guy, I can literally hear The Rock talking. It's and again, is he trying to vocalize the same way The Rock did? Probably not. I mean, this is probably this kid's voice. I don't know. Who knows? But I can see somebody looking at him and saying, "Oh my God, that's The Rock. That reminds me of The Rock." Now, if The Rock was still in the business working and this guy comes in and does this shtick, I'd be like, he's stealing his character. Right. But because The Rock isn't working, Stone Cold's not working, I don't see a problem with it. I really don't. I just think he's getting over. He's got a good delivery. You know what I mean? His lines are popping the crowd. And he's probably a good worker from what I hear. Kid seems like he's a total package. Well, I wouldn't hate on him for that. I have a problem when people are still in the business and somebody blatantly rips somebody else off. That's when I have a problem with it. But these guys are retired. The Rock is a mega movie star. Stone Cold is doing his own thing. It's not like they're in-ring performers anymore. So in my opinion, I don't see anything wrong with what he's doing. You know, and don't blame him, blame the office, because they're the ones letting him walk down the aisle and do his thing.
rip off people when they're in the business, like 1999, perhaps, when somebody started wearing leather
I
and
mean,
changed their whole appearance, maybe?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Maybe when somebody got the belt and
Another pair?
their on-screen wife at the time
Oh, yeah.
completely changed her persona like that.
That's, I mean, that's a little much, but
Speculation.
we don't know. Yeah, it's allegedly. We don't know that really happened.
But
But
okay, but hang on, wait. Let me just pick up on that for a minute. So that's always been something that people have picked apart. They've always said that Triple H and Stephanie in 1999, when they turned Triple H heel and they paired him with Stephanie, that's 2000, late 99, early 2000. Blatant ripoff of you and Shane was early Triple H and Stephanie. Did you take that as a ripoff at the time, or an homage? Did you consider that to be that they were taking your character?
I kind of took it as like a compliment. You can't control what other people in other feds do. You know what I mean? Like to me, I was just like, okay, I just have to be the best at what I'm doing, because if somebody else is trying to portray what I'm trying to portray and they do it better, I don't want that to happen. So I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. And, no one ever, like, they never came out and said, oh yeah, we watched Shane Douglas and Francine, so now we're going to, they've never said that. Do I know it for a fact? Do I know that they studied our mannerisms and what we wore and how we acted towards each other and the gimmick? No, I don't know that, but a million fans would tell us they're a ripoff of you two. What can you do about it? Nothing. What are we going to go beat them up?
Right.
So stupid.
Well, one of you might have.
Well, but at that point, it was like 99, 2000. Shane was gone from the company and I was doing a completely different thing. I think I had turned babyface at that point. So I wasn't even that character anymore, So it's like you have to roll with the punches. You have to progress. Times change. People change. People are no longer in the business anymore. If somebody's not working, I don't feel that it's a problem. I don't feel like it's a smack in the face. I feel like Kevin has a point. I do. I can see where he's coming from. But in my case, the guy's over. And he basically is, creating a character that the office likes, that the fans are into, and he's doing it well. So, whether it's a blatant ripoff or not, does it even matter? Because it's over. The Rock was a huge star years ago in the wrestling field. Same with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Nowadays, the name. They're legends, but they're not in-ring workers anymore. So is it that big of a deal?
Right.
To me, it's not. It's just not.
The Rock wait. If it's Triple H who's in charge, Triple H and The Rock always had a supposed little beef. Maybe this is Triple H going, I'm building the new Rock.
Could be. I don't know. I just know that there, people get offended using each other's finishers. And if you're current and doing it, I get it. But it's with these past guys and girls. Like, if it's in the past, I just feel like the older generation has more of a beef about things. Like, the way I see it, I don't think it's a big deal. And I think this LA Knight character is doing what he's supposed to do. He's generating his heat. He's over. And the gimmick with him and Logan Paul and the other guys, it's money. And that's what we're in this business for, to make money. They see something in him. So he's doing a good job. And that's my final answer. Doesn't mean I'm right, but that's my opinion.
You're perfect. You are the most clippable person here.
I
You're so
perfectly rate
perfect.
it. Yes.
Oh, that's even better.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, I like it. That's where I'll clip it.